Hello everyone, my name is Letha Prime and welcome back to another episode of Primecraft, and today we are going on a lion hunt. So before we get into what today's project is going to be, I just first wanted to quickly apologize for the lack of regular content recently and kind of some other things that you've probably seen going on. So a couple things. So first off, the Wells Night Season 3 has pretty much come to an end. We're currently just waiting on words are hard today. I'm out of practice, in case you can't tell. We are all waiting on the update Aquatic, which is 1.13, to come out. We are currently in the fourth snapshot, more or less, of 1.13, so it's not quite ready yet, and there's no set date on when that's going to take place. So we'll get to that when we do. In the meantime, we went ahead and toured our bases on that server, and I went ahead and did my own tour as well, so you can go ahead and take a look if you want and see all the things that I managed to accomplish over there in the last year. So Wells Knight did the tour and posted it, and then I did my own. Then the other thing that's been going on recently is I have actually not been home. I packed up my computer and ended up bringing it over to a friend's family's house while they're out of town. And I'm going to be, I've been house sitting for them for the last almost 2 weeks now, and we'll continue to do so for the next few days. Hopefully, once I am finally home, things will get to return back to normal, and I will be able to bust out some more content and hopefully keep you entertained for a little while longer. So, in the meantime, what we are going to do today is I decided that, I was trying to figure out what exactly would be something that would threaten our village. So it's off in this direction right over there. It's actually not too far. But you remember earlier on in the season where I talked about, building up walls and making defenses, and I wasn't quite sure if it would be from, if the need would be to protect themselves from other tribes, and I decided that it would probably be more likely for them to have to defend themselves against some of the native animals that might seek to hunt them as well. And I thought, what kind of creatures would be out in this kind of area, so not only sort of the desert but also in the savannah, and I thought lions would actually be a pretty big threat, especially to a nomadic people that weren't super technologically advanced, but at the same time could definitely hold their own and take care of each other and all of those things. So what I'm going to do today is for this episode I am going to go ahead and follow a tutorial and make at least one lion statue. Now, statues aren't my forte just because I haven't practiced with them a lot, but I'm hoping that maybe after I'm able to construct this first lion, that perhaps I'll be able to branch out a little bit after that and kind of take some liberties with the design and make a few more of my own, because, I mean, one lion's not going to be a huge threat, but, 3 of them, you're going to want to watch out for that and keep an eye on your livestock. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will see you in a little bit. Alright, so I went ahead and finished going through the tutorial for making this first lion, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I went ahead and used sandstone and nether brick. That was a combination that I saw somebody else using, and I think it turned out pretty well. The only thing I did a little bit differently was I wanted to kind of have an open mouth to show that the lion might be roaring, but I think the color combination looks pretty good, and I'm not too sold on the tail, but lion needs his tail. It's kind of an integral part of most cats. So anyway, now that I've managed to finish this one, I'm going to go ahead and play around and see if I can make ourselves a small pride. So after playing around a little bit, I found one other tutorial for this small little lion here. So this could be the son of the proud lion here. And then just kind of played around a little bit, and I'm not 100% thrilled with how this one turned out, but it's not too bad. No. And now I'm just making it worse. I mean, because they're lionesses are a thing too. So figuring if this guy was kind of standing up, keeping an eye on the horizon, then his mate could be lying down, taking a break after a long day of looking after the kid. And yeah, so this is our lion family who is just resting peacefully, but at the same time, there's definitely the potential for danger in our little area. So just to kind of finish off the area, I'm going to go ahead and put back some of the trees that I picked up. And I mean, because lions don't always nap out under the sun. They like some shade as well, and this area wouldn't be too trampled down that it'd be completely devoid of grass and plants and stuff like that. There are way too many dandelions out here. Why are there so many? What is this, a flower forest? Oh, this is a savanna. So let's go ahead and kind of regrow some of this area. Hi, Chuck. Make some more bone meal. I don't mind picking up the flowers because then we can use those for other things later. More specifically, dyes. So, you, go away. And just, make a couple larger ones around here. I honestly don't think that there would be poppies out in the kind of a desert area, but I guess stranger things happen. You never know. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these and hang on to them for myself. Yeah, way too many flowers. Okay, I'll make a couple of these a little bit taller. Because grass isn't always going to be the same height. Now, landscaping isn't necessarily, the thing that I'm the absolute best at, but it's just kind of fun to give a little life to an area. And, yeah, maybe make a couple little random tufts of grass a little bit taller. Yeah, one of the keys, though, is to make it look a little bit random and very natural, so I guess we'll add some more back here. Maybe take away some of the grass around the tree, take away the flowers. And just kind of thinking about like the type of area that this would be. If this was kind of the like the African savanna, then how would that look? Maybe not this overgrown, depending on what time of year. Maybe this is kind of close after the rainy season. But yeah. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with how these guys turned out. That one's a little weird. Obviously, that was the one that I made myself. But, you know what? It is what it is, and this guy's going to stand proud. In the meantime, we are going to go and head back to the village and see what we're going to do next. So now that we are back home, one of the things that I did was I put Chuck back with the rest of his friends over there. And I realized that it probably, for a horse, it's not good to leave the saddle on all the time, or the armor, because, it can start to get uncomfortable, and nobody wants that. So I went ahead and took off the saddle and armor, and this time I am going to go ahead and make sure I know exactly whose armor this is. So this is Chuck's armor. So we're going to go ahead and sleep off the night real quick. There we go, sleepity sleep. Any second now, there we go. Cool. So, I am going to head back over there and make sure that whenever we take Chuck out, we are ready to do battle if necessary. So, walking by the houses, walking to the horses. Oh, okay, there we go. And this chest going to be Chuck's armor. In a way, I almost kind of forgot what Chuck looked like under all that armor. But yeah, that's what he looks like. I forgot. Anyway, hi Chuck. We'll see you later. Oh, and we're going to give one of our other horses a name today when I get around to it. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do is, since the lions ended up not taking nearly as much time as I thought, I am going to go ahead and get started on the walls that are going to go over here. And, yeah, so it's kind of a large space, so we're going to have to figure out exactly how I want to do that. I could... making walls all the way across would be quite a pain, so what I could do is I could set up a guard tower kind of in the center here to kind of break up the two spots and make it a little bit more feasible. Although I was thinking about putting one up there or up there, I still could. Give me a second and I will see if I can come up with a plan. And I'm recording because I'm in the nether, just in case I die. So what am I doing here in the nether? I went ahead and came up with a design that I think I'm pretty happy with as far as the gates go. I am going to need a little bit more glowstone for lighting though, so I'm just grabbing a few pieces, trying to be safe and make sure there aren't any gas nearby. Because the last thing I need is to die in the nether. Haven't died yet, so got a pretty good track record so far, but I don't want to lose my winning streak. Okay, so I think I have all the materials that I'm going to need right now, and so let's go ahead and make up a whole bunch of fences because we are going to need lots of them. Let's see, so spruce fences, and even more. Oh yeah, we're going to need tons of these. Because this is going to be a relatively simple design. I mean, the people in this area probably ended up trading for this spruce. It's not something that grows naturally over here, so then what I'm going to do is I am going to be using black terracotta today. I'm not sure if I'm going to... Oh, this is in case I need more black. Okay, so what I am going to do is we are going to start right here. Right here. Yes. That torch right there. Okay, let's... Oh, good, I do have my water bucket. I'm actually going to set that right there for now. We're going to go ahead and pillar our way up. And then... Oh, not you. We are going to start making the area on which, well, kind of our first support beams with the black terracotta. Okay, so how this is going to work is we are going to have 3 spaces in between each. So I'm just going to mark these out and make sure we have our... Oh, come on, you. Make sure we have our spacing correct. So 1, 2, 3... There we go. And as soon as I get this little path laid out, I will come back and we will continue on to the next step. Now I have what I think is going to be the right shape for this design. So let's go ahead and start building it, and you'll get an idea of how this whole thing is going to look. So, fence, fence, fence. Okay. There's going to be a lot of fences, and a lot of this black terracotta. With this being a humble village, they didn't have a whole lot of materials for something more elaborate, so they are simply going to be using terracotta and the spruce wood, which they probably ended up buying from some trader somewhere. So, thought about using acacia, but it seemed like a lot of orange, so instead thought the spruce would fit in nicely without being too much. Okay, cool. So, looks like the sun might be going down. We are going to cap off these pillars, so that way nothing's going to spawn directly on these. And I wanted a walkway. I think it's going to go this way, right? If I remember correctly. Because generally, oh, nope. When you have a set of, walls that are meant to guard the area, then you're going to have a place for guards to be able to walk. Hopefully nothing falls on my head, because I took a little while before I went to sleep. So, okay. Anything around? I know there was a spider in this direction. Still there, spider? You are. Not anymore. Aha. Okay, this way. So this is basically what the walls are going to look like. They're pretty, they're still see-through, so you can tell if enemies are coming, and I like the fact that with there being space in between it, you still kind of get this this kind of depth of field as you move from one direction to another. I tried putting them right next to each other and didn't quite get the same effect, so we're going to stick with that, and continue building the rest of the wall all the way around. Okay, so we have the shape of the walls. That's what they are. I don't know why I'm having such trouble today. Anyway, yep, so we have the walls up now. So they go all the way from over here. I'm going to figure out what to do in this corner section over here. I'm not sure if I want to extend the same pattern all the way to the wall, or if I want to build maybe some sort of guard station here that would allow people to come in through this little section. It does go up all the way towards this spot right up here, though, and I do want to put a tower up in this section right here, as well as a staircase or some way to get up to that tower that will also provide access to the walkway up top, and also another staircase somewhere around here as well, either going up this side here or maybe wrapping around this top area. And that'll give me a chance to light up there as well and make sure mobs are less likely to fall on my head, which is usually a good thing. Okay, so one last thing that I want to do is to add the last little bit of detail to this center section right here. So this main walkway where people will be able to keep an eye on what's coming towards the village, but then also and be able to stand and defend against any dangers that may come our way, whether that be from the lions that come this direction or from maybe some invading force. So let's go ahead and add these right here. Oh, and then the other thing I wanted to do... Yeah, okay. So, I guess we'll do this first before I forget. I want that. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And there, and I think that hangs down one more. More like that? Or is that not quite enough? Well, we'll get to the bottom and see how it looks. See if we may need to add some more. This will add like just a little bit of extra support to it as well. Oh yeah, that's looking a little bit plain, so maybe just a touch more. Not too much, because I still want a nice view from this area right here where all of the merchants are going to be coming in. I will be fixing up this area in the front right here. I don't think I'm going to be using that spider spawner for anything, so I'm not going to worry about that, and I may end up destroying it or just filling in that hole. We'll see. Yeah, okay, a little bit more. Easy to overdo on the decoration, so I'm trying not to do that too much. Okay, I think that should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Do it on the other side as well. Actually, I'll do it right in the middle here so I can get both sides. I'll be a little smarter this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there. 2, 3, 4, 5. That. And there. Okay. And because I forgot. Is that right? Yes. We're gonna do this side too. Jumpity jump our way back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is it. Cool. That has been Counting with Letha. I hope you enjoyed that brief little stint. And okay, and then the last thing that I want to do is to add some lighting up top. So I'm going to grab this glowstone now. I should... let's make a few more fences, because obviously I can't have enough fences. Alright. Sticks. And... nope. Fence. Post. There we go. Okay, I would rather not run out while I'm walking up there. So, go ahead and jump back up here. And this is where the future staircase will come in handy. And I won't have to pillar up using dirt. And here. Okay, so the way this is going to work is, if I can do it right, it's going to go over the center section. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And glowstone. Cool. That's going to be the basic design. And whee! Oh, too far. Too far! Let me out. Nighttime. I need to sleep. Run! Sleep. The night is dark and full of terrors. I should have brought ladders. That would have been smart. Okay. Actually, I wonder... did I just so happen to leave some in my ender chest? I don't remember if I did. No, I took them out. Okay, that's what I get for trying to be smart. Alright. And so we'll get back up here. And keep going with that, with the lights. It has to be... I had to make it this high so that way I could actually walk underneath it. So, oh, wow. Try not falling off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where I am also glad that I have feather falling boots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And glowstone. Glowstone. Okay, I won't bore you with doing the rest of this, but I will show you what happens, or I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And just like that, I have finally finished our wall / little bridge that goes over the top. And I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. I think that this will fit the theme of our area pretty well. And I look forward to being able to work more with this kind of harbor area, and also connect it with some of the outside oceans in the near future as well. There's one off in that direction, and there's rivers that go through this whole area, so I'm going to have to go through and make a pathway that I will eventually be able to boat all the way out to the ocean. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. I would like to thank you so much for watching today, and if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button. Feel free to leave me any comments that you'd like, and if you've been enjoying this series so far, you are more than welcome to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Yes, that's what it's called, for whenever I post new content. I hope you have a lovely day. Again, thanks for coming, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!